Hey, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise unto our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four winds of the earth, that believe wholeheartedly in the true doctrine that is being pushed throughout the four winds of the earth, who are in hope of mercy and salvation during the time of Jacob's trouble, as well as when Yahweh Shai returns to the planet earth. To you and to you only I say shalom, and may Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai continue to rain down grace and mercy upon you and your households. All right. I haven't quite yet come with a title for this video, but I just want to, speak on a few things. First thing is this shooting that took place in Australia, I guess at Bondi Beach. I guess that's what it's called. And as you can see, the perpetrators, the gunmen, are so-called Middle Eastern, as they would call it, Middle Eastern men. One, I think his name is, I had pulled up one and it had his name on it, but which really, it don't matter. But what matters is this occurred during a, as the Tiny Tops, they were having a festival for Hanukkah, and this occurred in Australia. So what it reminded me of is what they've been talking about October 7th that took place in the land of the Tiny Tops. And this was one of those type events, but you only had 2 shooters. Okay? Now, first hearing about it, I just thought it was at a beach, It just happened at a beach and some people just got cracking. But it was actually at a Tiny Top community, all right? So best believe they getting ready to more of these type events will take place around the world, especially here in Babylon, all right? And it all makes more the sense why we've been seeing Palantir and the 1,000 pastors having to go to Tiny Top land to teach their congregations to be more pro small hat. All right. So we're getting ready to see a major psyop take place against these Tiny Tops, these small hats around the world, and it'll justify them in doing, their next step. All right. So I'm gonna play this video on this one, but let's read a little bit. It says, shooting on Australia's Bondi Beach. The death toll in the attack in Sydney has risen to 15, while 40 people remain in the hospital. Police say a suspected gunman was also killed. Small hat community targeted. The attack, declared a T-attack incident, targeted small hats Australians as hundreds gathered to celebrate the first day of, like I mentioned, Hanukkah. One of the victims was small hat Holocaust survivor who died while shielding his wife from bullets. Oh yeah, they gonna run with this, and then they gonna have more of these things happen. Okay, okay. Suspects are father and son. It says police killed the 50-year-old father at the scene while the 24-year-old son is in critical but stable condition, authorities said. Officers also removed explosive devices found in a nearby vehicle, so they was ready to get cracking. It's gonna be on come 2026. All right, it's about to be on. Cheap trip this. It says Australian leader Anthony Albanese called the shooting an act of pure evil. Small Hat's Benjamin Netanyahu said he believed Australia's government poured oil on the flames of anti, you know that word, Semite, through its silence on anti small hat sentiment in the country. Several Muslims nations have condemned the attack. So we see where this is headed. All right, this is a cry out for anti Semites to be put down, and this is gonna be one of the narratives they'll use. So let's look at this video real quick. And this is CNN, so
chocolate and peppermint delight.
This is CNN, so we already know how, when it's on CNN, best believe there's propaganda behind it. Okay, and it didn't even happen in Babylon, but let's listen. As soon as this commercial go by, I'm gonna put the volume back up.
Makes the holidays a bite better.
Oh! Here you'll see extraordinary video that was where a man appears to attack the gunman, wrestle him and take away his weapon, and then begin to defend the public with that weapon. Now, extraordinary video there. That man's actions praised by officials. An extraordinary feat there by that man that police and politicians in charge are saying he certainly saved people's lives. But here, a tragic day for Australia, and more importantly for the Jewish community here in Sydney and across the country.
So we got a T attack on small hats. All right. BBC News, more about it. Okay, this is gonna be look, call to donate blood, website. We will get through this. Rabbi tells community near attack site. Is this the same one? Yeah, this is it. Yeah, so they gonna use this and whatever other so-called T attacks that start to emerge from here on out. All right, so that they can try to control the narrative. This is how the devil works. All right, this is how they get down, man. So let's bring in the scripture. Let's get Job 18 and 11. All right. Oh, let me get this video here. This is from Instagram. Now, I don't know if this was a real gun dude was shooting or what, but this was at a small hat's home. Some people drove by capping, right? And then at the end, you could hear him say, F the J-E double O's, right? So let me let you hear that. As you heard it, F the J-E or the J double O's, right? Redlands, California, right? So this is what makes me think that either it was like some type of as far as the gun, the sounds it was making, and plus the city it's in. You know, ain't shit popping in Redlands, man. But some, rich Edomites. Bunch of warehouses. You know what I'm saying? Not really much. But you heard him say at the end, driving off, F the J double O's. And then you see this comment here, the world is waking up. You see everybody getting tired of you devils. Whether you set this up, whether you set up what happened in Australia, which, yeah, we believe that. But truth be told, the world is tired of you devils, man. All right? So let's read that real quick in Job, the 18th chapter. All right? It says, terrors shall make him afraid on every side and shall drive him to his feet. And that's what's happening, right? Let me get this one too. It just came to mind. I know it's in Job as well. Might be Job 12. Let me see. I believe we read this at camp yesterday. Come on, man. Let me put it in Google. Salakia. Yeah, I know it's Job. And we're going to start to see more and more of this happen, I believe. All right? Job 20:27, the heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. And that's going back to this dude's comment. The world is waking up. Right? Somebody put this is fake. This behavior has been fueled with intention, absolutely despicable. You know, somebody put false flag. They do this all the time. It's like the boy who cried wolf, right? So some people are waking up to the fact of what's really going on, right? Because if those was real bullets, in my opinion, a few of them blown up joints should be flattened. But all in all, back to back so called violent acts taking place on the small hats. Okay? Look, something he put it right here. Major terror attack at small hat event in Australia. See? So 2026 is gonna be a doozy, as as Esau says. Rage bait. This version of the small hats we're dealing with has definitely let themselves go. That's pretty much it. I mean, so we have the Australian event, then we have this take place in Redlands, and Lord knows what else is coming. That's going to, set this thing off to get these small hats, like the dude said, video I did a few days ago. They want to do to the enemies here what they did to the enemies there. So with 15 people being unalived at this small hat event in Australia, all right, you already know there's legislation getting ready to come down, and Palantir will be involved. All right. So let me see. Yeah, that's pretty much it on that scripture. Let's get another one here in the book of Psalms. And I'm just, rolling in the spirit. Dealing with these events taking place. Psalm 73, which we'll come back here. Let me pull this up here. The beloved brother Michael Allah has shared this video of his Edomite going into the cover of the magazine The Economist. All right. And the title of it is The World Ahead 2026. Right? So let's read this here. Read a little bit of this here, this AI overview of the cover of it. And we'll take a look at it. It says, The Economist, The World Ahead 2026. Cover released in November 2025 is a densely symbolic image featuring geopolitical clashes. U.S., China, Russia. Ongoing conflicts, Gaza, Ukraine, Sudan, global economic shifts, Nero's impact, AI, China's rise, and cultural health trends, weight loss drugs, World Cup, representing a year of blurred lines between peace and war, rising global power struggles, and tests for Western democracies as a new world order emerges post Nero 47, according to analysis of its rich symbolic visuals. All right? So they putting it out there in the open that they are emerging this new world order that they've been having in the playbook for for decades upon decades, man. All right. So let's look at the actual cover up close a little bit. So I have it here. All right. As you can see, tanks, Nero, right? You got the swords. The 250 years of Babylon existence comes in next year, right? You got a fist with a handcuff on it, all right? That could be, they getting ready to start locking people up in these concentration camps that they have ready to roll. All right, you see the missiles, okay? Drones. Look, a laser beam coming off the satellite. We know what that's that DEW weapon, right? Shipping containers, okay? Putin and them, the China man and Zelensky, I believe that's who that is. Syringes, okay? Syringes. And then you got some ice, where it look like maybe that represents some type of flooding. There's flooding going on up north, up in Washington State, Oregon, all right? You got some major flooding going on up there right now. I mean, it's so much in this, so much in this. And they calling it the world ahead 2026. And it's pure chaos, all right? That's what it looks like to me, pure chaos, okay? Chaos and destruction. Let me see something. Maybe I could turn it. Yeah, let's look at it this way. Gonna be some fighting matches, distractions, attractions. Things are gonna be happening. I believe this represents like the Winter Olympics. Yeah, we got a lot to look forward to. A lot of things may take place come 2026, man. Okay. Look at that. This is wow, look. Damn, I just noticed that. Out of the shipping containers, you see the cannons? Okay? I remember going back to 2020, 2021, early, 2022. They were saying that China has shipping containers, which really are launch pads for weapons that they're going to use to attack the U.S. And notice this container that's disguised as a product and whatnot, because that's the I believe they call them tugboats that haul the merchandise over the seas. And look where it's shooting at. The 250-year birthday of Babylon's existence. Okay? So we could see major T attacks on Babylon the Great come 2026, man. And that's crazy. I just noticed that. Tell me if you brothers could see that, you sisters out there. That shipping container, and then you got the cannons firing at the birthday cake, or the so-called birthday cake, the 250-year which symbolizes Babylon the Great's existence, right? And then you got the hand with the fist up with a handcuff on it. So we might see protesting and protesters being put in jail, put in these concentration camps. We're getting ready to see major things take place, all right? Prophecy-wise. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm still looking at this. And then, of course, you see these ICBM missiles. Them look like nuclear missiles. Them don't look like regular missiles. And then you got the drones here. All right. You got up here. You see look like missiles crashing down onto the land. All right. Yeah, it's a whole lot in this, man. It's a whole lot. So things are getting ready to be on fire come 2026. And I'm talking prophecy-wise, of course, and Lord will, literally. Okay? Let me get this one here. Psalm 73 and 19. Okay. Matter of fact, I could probably... Right, because Asaph wrote this, and he was basically saying he understood once he came into the sanctuary of the Most High, which is in this knowledge and wisdom and understanding. All right, he understood their end, which these Edomites, beginning with Amalek. All right, the small hats. But let me read 18 and 19. The 19th verse is the point I wanted. Because these devils are getting ready to be met with terror. All right? And then, whether they creating it or not, it's going to cause them to have have an answer, or as they say, problem, reaction, solution, Hegelian dialect. Pressure from above and pressure from below, right? So Psalm 73, 18 and 19. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. How are they brought into desolation? As in a moment, right? They are utterly consumed with terrors, all right? And ultimately, when the missiles are fired off, that's going to bring them to complete desolation in a moment, right? And ultimately, they're going to, be consumed with the terrors of they going to be destroyed by those missiles. And these type of things that's happening, these type of attacks are just the beginning, all right? Terror shall make him afraid on every side, as we read in Job, the 18th chapter, all right? And then we look at this Economist cover, and they're giving you telltales in very cryptic art that the world ahead in 2026 is gonna be something else. Let me see if I can zoom in. This is kind of wild. Okay, you got the sword, video games connected to the brain. And we know that goes on. Okay, more missiles. I said the needle. Okay, sports. This satellite right here, I believe that's what that is. Represent more 3-eye atlas contact type ish. as they've been saying. So it's a lot getting ready to go down come 2026. All right. Submarine. All right. We've been hearing about the submarines in the Atlantic as well as the Pacific. All right. So yeah, man, it's a whole lot coming. So let's get Second Ezra 15 because that's what's coming, man. Prophecy. We looking at prophecy getting ready to unfold like there's never been. Let me that. I'm gonna go to 16. Second Ezra 16. Starting at the top, it says, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with clothes of sack and hair." Right? And all these nations mentioned is Babylon wrapped in one. America. All right? "Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand." All right? And everybody could feel it. Even though, people don't really know the extent of how bad it's going to be, except the prophets. But everybody feels something's getting ready to, something societal changing is getting ready to take place. It says, "A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent onto you, and what is he that may drive them away?" And we're going to see all kind of plagues. All right? Tea attacks. Hell, we might even start. Hell, we've already been seeing things explode. I seen I think it was in where was this at? I know it was in the States, and they blamed it on a gas leak, but a whole home blew up. Somebody's whole home blew up, man. Okay? You had that fire, I think that was in New York somewhere. The project's on fire, or some building was just set ablaze. Okay? So we finna start seeing the Most High starting to touch Babylon, man. All right? It says, "The mighty Lord sent up the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid?" Right? Let me go down a little bit. Yes. Get 17 and 18. Right? Because these are all scriptures we constantly go into. We know. All right? But things are getting ready to really start jumping off the page a lot more than what they've already have. All right? This thing that happened in Sydney, Australia, it's not a light thing. All right? These people are going to take that and they're going to run with it. Right? especially that it's so-called hatred behind it with the Muslims and the small hats. Okay, you see them big ass guns they had, you know. So reading it says, "Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?" And this is what this to me, after reading that, that's this picture in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? The beginning of evils, wars, right? That's what this looked like in a nutshell. I'm still tripping off this container shot right here, man. You know, with the cannons coming out the containers and the actual bullet coming and getting ready to hit the 250-year marking of Babylon the Great's existence. Let's go back. "19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment." Right? So these things are coming, man. And yeah, Esau put it on his Economist cover. But these things were prophesied thousands of years before this man was even in the power seat. Okay? So Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is getting ready to bring major judgments out here, man. Okay? It says, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Right? "Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion." And we in this time. All right? Here it is, them small hats was just at at the beach, enjoying themselves. And then terror rang out. Evil rang out. Okay? So, we ain't in them times to be at these major gatherings and whatnot to where you can be a target. Okay? Remember, they let all them sleeper cells over here, man. And not just here, but up in places like Australia, all over. So that they can justify allowing these people to do what they do, and then justify locking this place down that much more. Locking the whole earth down. Okay? It says, "For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung." And then when you look at other videos of what happened in Australia, that's how they were slung out and slumped on the beach like dung through. Okay? "And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down." All right? So there it is, man. Just a quick little video. These events taking place, and then this Economist cover, So 2026. There's I'm sure there will be a lot going on, prophetic wise, and you know what I'm saying. All we can do is hope and pray that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai continues to have mercy upon us and continue to use us as the vessels of righteousness. All right. And Lord will, this next year would be the year we the fuck up out of here, man. Or you know what I'm saying, societal changing events take place. You know. Oh shit, that's a drone. That's the robot dog right there. Just noticed it. It's a lot in this this cover here, man. A whole lot going on. You know, a whole lot going on in this. And you know, through the spirit, there will be a whole lot going on when it comes to prophecy and the destruction of this man and his system come 2026. So Lord will, you know, this was edifying and exhorting to the hopeful elect, giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and we on to the next. Shalom.